What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne, and welcome back to another DC Heroes and Villains video. Alright guys, real quick here, want to do a big shout out to my boy Rob, who actually runs a YouTube page as well called Ben Stuff. So if you have kids, you're into robotics, this dude's a really smart dude and he's a father. He's got an awesome page here for robot assembly, robot reviews, and everything robotic related, especially for kids. So check out his page, give him some love. I'm going to put his page in the description below. Feel free to subscribe. He's actually also one of the, if not the top player for DC Heroes and Villains. And he's actually gone ahead and shared with me the last stage of the game in the current state that it's in. So I want to go ahead and share this with you guys as well. There's a follow-up video here real quick. So we're going to go through this one. This is actually the last stage to fight Cersei, which is 21-8. He's using the full red team here. So red dominance. And then actually we have a full green dominance team as well too that he showed me. So he wanted me to share this with you guys. And I think it's a pretty cool thing to look at. So let's go ahead and jump in. So this is the actual video. Show you guys real quick what it's all about. So these are the enemies. We got Cyclops, we got Harpies, and then we got Cersei at the end. 3 waves worth. She's got a lot of HP. A lot of HP. That's like 8 million, I think. Right? You can see right there. It was 800,000, sorry. 800,000, 1,000 defense, and 8,000 attack. So she is going to be hitting really hard, really fast. He's got 3 stars, and he's running the red team over here that you see. That's Two-Face, Halo, Wonder Woman, Cersei, and the Flash. Probably one of the better setups out there. So you guys can see how this works and how he dominates here. So spoiler alert, clearly this is the last stage for the fight right now. If you don't want to watch, I suggest stop storyline wise, fast forward if you want to just see the fight. You guys can kind of see how this plays out. Now, if you guys have seen my red team dominance videos, you guys know how this is going to work. Two-Face is going to give you guys more reds on the field. Halo is going to give you a dot plus barrier for herself, plus she's going to also do vulnerability. Flash is going to give everybody haste plus red. Wonder Woman will give red and unblockable, takes away taunts and does single target damage. And then Cersei, of course, is there to do the beam, which also converts all debuffs into buffs. So you guys will dominate real quick. But you guys can see here how quickly it's turning the tide just by having reds fight other reds. And it's really doing insane amounts of damage. So going through this real quick. So we're going to go ahead and fast forward this a tad bit. Because we kind of know how this works out already. We've seen the whole red team. What I really want to see here is the fight with Cersei, and if it's any different than the fight with Cersei that we have on, I think it was 15-8, maybe 6, I think it's 15-8, which is actually one of the harder fights in the game, to be honest, in terms of a boss, right? So let's see how this goes. So you can see there again, barrier, vulnerability. Now there's a bug right now for the barrier buff for Cersei for some reason. You can see they've got the blue bar underneath, but unfortunately it doesn't actually show the animation like Halo does. So hopefully they fix that. Another video coming up probably very soon too is I want to talk about the state of the game. I can be honest with you guys. When the game first launched in global, it had a big buzz around it, and rightfully so. But now it's kind of died down, and it's the same players pretty much playing the game. There's not very many new people joining, and I think it's interesting to see how the financials look, because usually that's how you cater to the state of the game. And understanding that, and also trying to figure out whether it's worthwhile for this or what this game needs to do in order to grow, right? Because right now, to be honest with you, a lot of people play this every day. They do their dailies and they log off, but there really isn't much buzz around it. When the game was coming out in global, there was a lot of marketing. I don't even see that marketing ever anymore, right? So okay, let's go through this. I think it's the last enemy. There we go. Okay, we'll kill this off. You can see here, has not lost any health. Well, I mean, Two-Face has, but everyone else is pretty good. Okay, so here's Cersei. Let's see if the fight's the same. Alright, so there's that move right there to give the barrier. Flash should be going next. That's a lot of HP, man. That's a lot of HP. Okay. And Rob has confirmed, just like in my original beliefs and videos, that red and green are the most dominant teams. So which one's better? I would honestly give the edge to red when Flash is out, but I think green still might have the upper hand at the moment without Flash. So, wow, that's a lot of damage. Jeez. But I will say this: so she's not quite as hard as I say. She doesn't seem quite as hard in comparison to her 15-8 for some reason. More HP, but she doesn't do the beam as often. Let's see. Should be every 2 turns. No. Yeah, she does it less here. Like a lot less. So I'd say this is actually the easier between the 2 fights. This is probably the easier of the fight. Like she does have a lot more HP, obviously, but So it's every 3 turns, I guess, in this one versus every 2 on the 15-8, or maybe it's also every 3. Maybe it is the same fight, just the difference being that she has more HP. So I'd have to go back and check that out. But you guys can see here, red team is absolutely destroying her, like destroyed her. Okay, so there you guys have it. Now I don't want to spoil this any further because I know there's a storyline and some of you might care about this. But shout out to Rob for showing me that. Because it's pretty crazy how much power he has on his teams. I think Rob is kicking around tier 8, tier 9 for most of his units, and I know he's been sharing a lot of the content. So again, go to his channel, Ben Stuff, right over here. Just let me go back to it. Subscribe. Again, I'll put it in the channel below or in the description below. Again, give the boy a shout. He's been single-handedly paying for this game for us. I'm not joking. No, he and a lot of others have obviously paid. But I have to say, like, it's really interesting to see his teams, because the way he's been able to take everyone to tier 8 and tier 9, most people have not done so, and he's been able to provide us with information in terms of what the material requirements are, how long it's taken him, what to look for in the store, etc. Because a lot of that stuff you do have to buy, unfortunately, for tier 7, 8, and 9. So he's been able to really help that out, and I've been able to put out some of that content for you guys because of him. So again, show him some love here. And he want me to share also the team he's using for green, which is this right over here. I don't have time to show you the video, unfortunately, because I have to get going. But you see here, Lex Luthor, Riddler, Beast Boy. The only person I don't ever use is Martian Manhunter, but he likes him because he gives Beast Boy a shield. I use Waller instead. But if you're looking to add like a 5th green on there, Martian Manhunter would be a good option according to him. Again, I'm not a personal fan of his. He does have high dodge. He does have a shield. He does have a removal of buffs to debuffs, I believe, or debuffs to buffs on himself. One of the two. But I'm personally not a fan of his. I don't really like him that much. But Rob swears by him. So with that being said, I wanted to share this with you guys as well, so you guys can kind of see what he's all about, what the team is all about, and how it functions. Clearly you guys understand how this works. Now the reason why I like Waller in for Martian Manhunter is because Lex and Waller work so well together. He buffs her, he increases her buffs by 1 turn, giving you the crit and the attack for 7 turns versus 6 turns, making Waller and Lex a dynamic duo together, right? So very important to note that. But he's shown me a video of him beating the stage before Cersei with this team without any issues at all, and he's fighting reds. So he's saying this team is absolutely crazy, and I agree with him because this is the team that I've been using all along before I switch back and forth between red and green. But both of these teams, guys, are completely viable. So for those who are like, man, there's nothing better than red out there, it's proof here that green can do just as well in some scenarios. Alright guys, this is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. Again, check out Ben Stuff, the channel. Subscribe, like. Thank you, Rob, for all the content. I appreciate it. And the rest of you guys, I'll talk to you later. Take care.